In this video, I'm going to talk about why you need to have standards. Sharp came here coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. Now, there's a lot of guys out here that's representing, and then there's a lot of guys out here that's not really living up to their potential, in my opinion. We have to, not only do we have to raise the bar, we have to become the bar. And a lot of these guys are not living up to their potential. And I hope I'm right when it comes to this. When I say a lot of guys are not living up to their potential. Over the years, I realized that there's a lot of guys, they'll just accept anything from a woman. It doesn't matter how she look, how she dress, if she's overweight, fat, if she's sloppy, it doesn't matter how she look, they'll just accept her as she is. Especially if she's a person of another nationality. Which brings up another interesting point. Because a lot of these other groups of women from these other countries, especially, they have their little stereotypes going on. And I've realized that I've ran into, at this point in time, I've met thousands and thousands and thousands of women from all around the world at this point. But a lot of them, when it comes to me, it seems like they're kind of surprised that I don't accept them with their garbage when they come through the door. And I think that's one of those stereotypes that's out there, because it's like, if you look on Instagram, for example, these are some of the thirstiest guys I've ever seen. I've never seen this before. And I didn't see this when I was growing up. So when I see guys are just leaving comments after comments, basically showering this woman down. And I'm not mad at the women. They finesse these social media sites and try to get as much money as they can. Get your money. I'm not mad at the women, but it's the guys. That's kind of troubling when I see the comments that a lot of these guys are leaving. It's not the amount of comments that bothers me. It's what these guys are actually saying in the comments. And I this is why I try not to leave comments, because number one, I'm nobody's friend on any of these social media sites. I'm nobody's fan. I'm not really friends with any of these people. So, and plus, one thing that I've learned is pertaining to Instagram and Facebook and YouTube is if you leave a comment below somebody's video or below somebody's content, they're gonna they'll treat you like a fan too. Even if you've met them in person, they'll treat you like a fan. So that's one of the main reasons why I don't leave comments below anybody's video, content, or anything like that, because they'll automatically you become a fan, even though y'all probably met in person. So I kind of picked up on that over the years, and see a lot of these other groups of women I've met, and I give you a good example. I've met women that were overweight or something about them I didn't like, and they were shocked that I rejected them, and some of them really had a problem with that. It was like they just couldn't believe that I just didn't accept certain things about them. And you have to have standards about yourself. Now, I set the bar high for myself, but I don't necessarily set the bar high for other people as I would do for myself, because I know most people are not going to be able to live up to that and deliver. So I set the bar high for myself. But these other groups of women, they kind of think we're supposed to, just do whatever. And that's why a lot of them just can't believe that, I would say such a thing. I remember I met a white woman years ago, and, it's like she just she just couldn't believe, that I rejected her because she was overweight, or I didn't like how she looked or whatever. She started, because there's this, I guess it's kind of like a stereotype that damn near every white woman I know thinks every black male wants to be with them. It's like that stereotype is out here. But that's not the case. Every person that I know doesn't want to be with a white woman. But that's the stereotype, and that's the narrative that's out here in this society. And these other groups of women, they try to piggyback off that too, in some type of way. It's like they have that herd mentality. They'll sit back and see where things is going, and they'll watch white women, because white women, they kind of set the bar. So these other groups of women will sit back and watch, and they'll try to model what they're doing, which is a mistake. And then and if they can't get with the guy that they really want to get with, then you're next. I'm next. So they'll try to get with the guy with the lowest common denominator. And then they think they're better than you for whatever reason. I don't know why. Even though they're overweight, not up to par, they're not that very intelligent. It's just like talking to a brick wall with a lot of these women. And as soon as you tell them to do something, or they should think about doing something, boy, they got a problem with that. It was like, how dare you tell me or say anything or reject me? But check this out. If they get with one of those other guys, a white guy or some other guy that they respect, they'll lose weight then. They'll lose all the weight in 3 to 4 months. But with me, it was kind of like, take me as I am or else. You should be happy to be with me. I actually had a woman tell me that shit one time. She said, you should be happy to be in my presence. I looked at her, I said, hey, you better get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I actually had a woman tell me that shit. She said that we was at the bar, and she told me, hey, you should be happy that you're in my presence. I was like, you better get the hell up out of here. That's crazy nonsense, And she looked at me like, how dare you talk to me like that? I'm like, this is how I am with everybody. I don't play that favoritism games. It's like what happens is a lot of these women will meet these other groups of guys before they met me. And when they get to me, they get their wake-up call. I don't play the favoritism game. I don't care how you grew up. I don't care where you grew up. I don't care what you thought before you came in. But hey, this is my life, my game, my show. That's what it is. Now some guys will say, man, women do the choosing, man. Yeah, they do the choosing. But that don't mean I gotta take the offer. I mean, if you want to be involved in my circle, this is how it's gonna go. I don't care what your parents told you, your grandparents. I don't care what your grandparents did. I don't care what your great grandparents did. I don't care what your parents did. I don't care where you went to school. I don't care what your job is. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care where you live. My life, my game, my show. It's some people that come over here from these other countries ain't got a pot to piss in, but somehow they think they better than me. I just never understood that. They think they're better than me even though they don't know anything about me, even though they don't know anything about black people in general, they never dated a black person, but still yet, they think they know a lot based on doing nothing. Based on just hearsay, the news, stereotypes, or some third party that don't know anything either. So, you gotta raise the bar. You gotta become the bar. So you cannot accept, the leftovers from, what the other guys didn't want and whatever group she came from. My philosophy is, if those guys don't want you, I don't want you either. That's always been my philosophy. Now, some guys will, go out, like, maybe they might go out with, I'll give you an example. This is a good example. I remember when I was in Charlotte, and every once in a while, I used to hang with this white woman. We wasn't dating or nothing was going on. I just I knew her for a long time. I still know her to this day. I've known her for a long time. I met her when I was in school, and every once in a while, we'll just meet up and just talk about what we got going on and how we can help each other or something like that. So what used to happen, we used to drive around Charlotte, drive around town, just hanging out, going to the stores, Barnes and Noble, etc. And people used to like I used to catch people looking at us. And this used to happen all the time. It happened many times. So we used to just laugh at it. It was kind of funny. We used to play on it. And what used to happen is they'd be giving her shit when we go out and about around town, at the store, at the bar. People just be giving her shit all the time. This happens all the time. They give her free shit. They give her extra stuff. If we go to Starbucks and she gets some coffee, they'll give her shit along with the coffee. Or one time they gave her we went to the store. They gave her a free gas card. It's like on the house, And see, a lot of people don't like that kind of attention. A lot of guys don't like that kind of attention. They feel uncomfortable with people looking at them because a lot of guys feel like, hey, the guys are talking about me, this and that or whatever. Of course. But you know what? I look at it like this. If nobody else wants to be with you, which is the reason why these guys, one of the main reasons why these guys are watching us, is because they feel like I shouldn't be with her. Even though we're not together, relationship-wise, nothing going on, but they feel like a guy like me shouldn't be with her. They feel like they should be with her. That's one of the main reasons, right? So I look at it like this. If no one else wants you, I don't want you either. So I'm not getting the leftover trash. I'm not trying to get the leftovers. I'm not trying to get the woman that's all flat and fat and sloppy. And there's a lot of guys out here I know personally that has dated white women just because she was white. How low can you be? I know they date now. They'll date a woman. They're not gonna date a black woman with kids, but they'll date the white woman with kids. Come on, that doesn't make any sense. You got guys out here that's putting up with all kinds of nonsense from these other groups of women, but they would never put up with that shit from black women. Come on. How low can you go? Why in the world would you not put up with one thing with one group of women, but the other group of women you would? That doesn't make any sense. You have low self-esteem. Something. It's like, there's just a lot of guys doing stuff out here that It just doesn't make any sense. And they don't have to go through it. That's the thing. I don't know if they realize that or not. You know, it's like, at the end of the day, we gonna let you know. You have to stand up for yourself. And if women don't like it, actually, you know what? A lot of women respect guys that stand up for themselves. They might not necessarily like it, but they respect it. And at the end of the day, she gonna stay or she gonna leave. And if she leaves, she's doing you a favor. You might not realize it, but you will eventually. So I look at it, if, you know, I have open door policy. People can leave anytime they want. If they leave, they're doing me a favor. That's her loss, not mine, because at this point in my life, I'm going to be okay. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going to be in the next few years. So she can leave at any time. I don't give a damn. That's how I roll today. Yeah, people come and go. That's how it is. That's a part of life. Everybody that you meet ain't gonna stick around. That's just reality. Everybody that you meet, you're not gonna get married. That's just reality. Everybody that you meet ain't gonna be down with you. Ain't gonna have your best interest. That's just reality. Everybody you meet, their standards ain't gonna be as high as yours. That's just reality. But at the end of the day, it's my life, my game, my show. Either she's in or she's out. And I can live with that if they leave. So hey, step your game up, man. You gotta raise the bar. You gotta become the bar. You gotta become the standard. So hey, if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Share this video with anybody that you think it would help. Check out my website, chooseyourrelationships.com. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.